Welcome to Bhutan, the land of mystical mountains and profound happiness. Bhutan, officially known as the Kingdom of Bhutan, is a landlocked country in South Asia located in the eastern Himalayas. Did you know this happiest country in the world holds a unique and surprising tradition about marriage? In Bhutan, married women are permitted to have relationships with other men, a practice rooted in ancient customs and spiritual beliefs. What does this fascinating cultural phenomenon reveal about Bhutanese society and their approach to personal freedom and happiness? Stay tuned as we delve into this intriguing aspect of Bhutanese life. And be sure to watch until the end of the video. We'll provide you with essential tips and insights for your Bhutan travel adventure. Now let's start it. 1. Bhutanese culture is its approach to relationships. One of the most surprising aspects of Bhutanese culture is its approach to relationships. In some areas of Bhutan, it is culturally acceptable for married women to have relationships with other men. This practice is deeply rooted in the country's traditions and is viewed differently compared to many other societies. Bhutan's marriage culture is a captivating blend of ancient traditions and modern influences, deeply rooted in its rich heritage. Historically known for its unique customs like arranged marriages, early marriages, polygamy, and polyandry, the country began imposing stricter regulations in the 1990s after opening up to the world. Consanguineous marriages are now banned, and men can have up to 3 wives with their consent. Women, once allowed multiple husbands, can now legally choose only one. In remote regions, some traditions persist. Marrying cousins is still seen as honorable, preserving family unity and heritage. In eastern Bhutan, particularly in the Brak Pa community, property is passed to the eldest daughter, not the son. Men often move to their wives' homes post-marriage, believing daughters will care for parents while sons seek their own fortunes. The custom underscores the significant role of women in Bhutanese society. A curious courtship practice in rural eastern Bhutan is night hunting or bam, where young men visit potential mates discreetly at night. If the woman agrees, he stays until dawn, and their relationship may blossom. Though less common now, it reflects an era gone by. In some areas, married women are permitted to sleep with other men and have multiple husbands, often to share the burdens of arduous terrain and long business trips taken by their primary husbands. These additional husbands, usually neighbors or relatives, help maintain the household. Astrology also plays a crucial role in Bhutan's marriages. Astrologers are consulted to ensure compatibility and select auspicious wedding dates, highlighting the spiritual beliefs that continue to shape Bhutanese life. So, what part of Bhutan's unique marriage culture surprised or interested you the most? Comment below and chat with me. 2. Bhutan's unique measure of success. In Bhutan, the nation's progress is measured by happiness rather than GDP. The country uses gross national happiness to assess the well-being of its people, considering factors like quality of life, health, education, and cultural richness. Even a financially poor family can score high on GNA if they enjoy good health, obedient children, strong community bonds, and overall life satisfaction. Enshrined in Bhutan's constitution since July 18, 2008, the GNH index makes Bhutan the first country to prioritize happiness over economic. Despite a modest lifestyle, Bhutanese people feel content, deeply connected to nature, and satisfied with what they have, earning Bhutan the title of the happiest country in the world in 2022. Bhutan's GDP was $2.06 billion with a per capita income of $339, yet its happiness index stood at 0.78, near the top of the scale. This high happiness is not just due to acceptance, but also strong social security policies. Bhutan offers free healthcare and education, reaching even remote areas and improving literacy and health outcomes over the years. Community vitality, with a focus on social support, safety, and community participation, is a core part of GNA. Mental health is integrated into the healthcare system, reducing stigma and providing support. The government assists the landless in building homes, and there are almost no beggars, with a low crime rate. 3. Bhutan's natural splendor. Bhutanese pride in their breathtaking landscapes, fresh air, and peaceful environment is palpable. The country's scenic beauty includes frost-covered evergreens, majestic Himalayas, dense forests. The air smells faintly of wood, the wind howls through canyons, and the sounds of temple bells and prayer flags are ever present. However, Bhutan's happiness index faces criticism. Some view it as government propaganda overshadowing issues like ethnic cleansing and human rights abuses. Since 1990, Bhutan has expelled over 100,000 Bhutanese Hindus to Nepal, seen as an act of ethnic cleansing. Critics highlight the inconsistency of deporting 13 of the population while promoting a reputation for happiness. Others point out Bhutan's poverty and challenges. The country's rugged terrain, limited transportation, scarce minerals, and small agricultural areas hinder economic development, making a happiness-based policy more fitting for Bhutan. The emphasis on spiritual values is further evident in Bhutan's approach to natural wonders. Before finding out if you could help me out, it just takes 10 seconds to hit that subscribe button. In return, we promise to continue making the show even better for you. Gengar Peak, one of Bhutan's tallest mountains, rises to an awe-inspiring 7,570 meters. It's not just the highest peak in the country, but also the tallest unclimbed mountain on Earth, nestled in the majestic Himalayas. The exact border between Bhutan and China at its peak is debated, adding to its mystique. In 1983, Bhutan opened its doors to mountaineers, inviting them to conquer this elusive summit. Despite many attempts, no one succeeded. In 1994, Bhutan banned climbing on mountains higher than 6,000 meters to honor the spiritual beliefs and customs of its people, who consider the mountains sacred dwellings of spiritual gods. By the year 2003, all climbing activities were completely prohibited in the country. In 1998, a Japanese expedition received permission from China to climb Gengar Peak from Tibet. Bhutan ejected the team, and they instead summited Leonin Conry, nearby and slightly lower, at 7,535 meters. Their notes revealed that Gengar Peak is just 2 kilometers away along a ridge. Despite their interest, Bhutan remains firm in preserving its sacred peaks. Today, Gengar Peak stands as the highest mountain unconquered by humans, a symbol of untouched majesty and spiritual reverence. Despite the allure of conquering the world's highest peak, respect for life in Bhutan is deeply embedded in the country's culture, reflected not only in the prohibition of mountain climbing, but also in strict laws against killing. In Bhutan, the act of killing is strictly prohibited, and opening a slaughterhouse in any form is illegal. Consequently, all animal meat is imported from India. Bhutanese consume very little meat, and many people refrain from eating it due to feelings of guilt over the souls of dead animals. According to Bhutanese beliefs, Buddha taught that one should not kill living beings, should not cause them to be killed, and should not incite others to kill them. Every living being trembles before violence, fears death, and loves life. Moreover, Bhutan has stringent laws protecting its wildlife. For instance, those who intentionally kill black-necked cranes, a vulnerable species in the country, face severe penalties. These can include life imprisonment or, in the most extreme cases, the death penalty. 4. Most dangerous airport in the world. Did you know that Bhutan is home to one of the most perilous airports in the world? That's right, Paro International Airport, the only international airport in the country, is renowned for its extreme difficulty. Nestled in a deep valley by the Paro River and surrounded by towering peaks that rise up to 5,500 meters, this airport is one of the most challenging places to land. The high mountains create strong updrafts and turbulent air, making the approach to the runway notoriously tricky. In fact, only 8 pilots globally are certified to land at Paro International Airport due to its demanding conditions. The runway itself is narrow and set against rugged terrain, which adds to the complexity of landings. As a result, flights to and from Paro are strictly limited to daylight hours and must be conducted under visual weather conditions. This makes every flight into Bhutan a unique and thrilling experience. As your plane navigates the dramatic landscape, you'll be treated to stunning views of the majestic Himalayas and the enchanting Bhutanese countryside. Once you safely touch down, there's still a scenic 50-kilometer drive along the Paro Valley and the Khimphu River to reach the heart of Bhutan's capital, adding to the sense of adventure and anticipation that defines travel to this extraordinary destination. 5. Bhutan unique history. Until the year 2008, Bhutan was ruled by the Wangchuck royal family. His Majesty King Jigme Singye Wangchuck, recognizing the challenges of modern times, made the extraordinary decision to transition the country to a democracy. This was a rare moment in history where a king voluntarily abdicated without any imposition, military coup, or war. Now, Bhutan is a constitutional monarchy with a unique blend of Buddhist democracy. Similar to Thailand, the country is divided into 20 districts, with Thimphu as its capital. Thimphu, located on the western bank of the Wang River Valley, sits at an altitude of over 2,000 meters, making it one of the 5 highest capitals in the world. It is also Bhutan's largest city, covering an area of 26 square kilometers and home to about 114,000 people. Thimphu may not be as flashy as other world capitals, but it boasts unique cultural and architectural features. One of its most charming aspects is the absence of traffic lights. Instead, traffic is managed by the police, adding a distinctive touch to the city. Bhutan, a nation never dominated by another, holds a unique history shaped by resilience and spirituality. Despite the loss of many early records, in the year 1827, a fire in Punakha destroyed many documents. Stone tools suggest habitation as early as the year 2000 BC. Buddhism arrived in the 7th century, brought by Tibetan monks. The religion flourished, especially in the 9th century, when turmoil in Tibet drove many monks to seek refuge in Bhutan. Originally divided into political factions, Bhutan unified in 1616 under Shabdrung Ngawang Namgyal, who defended against Tibetan invasions, forging a distinct cultural identity. Even a Tibetan invasion with Mongolian support in 1714 couldn't conquer Bhutan, thanks to its mountainous terrain and wise leadership. Western influence arrived with the British Empire's victory in 1864, forcing Bhutan to cede 20% of its land. By 1910, the Treaty of Punakha with British India ensured Bhutan's independence in exchange for British advice on international relations, protecting it from Chinese threats and ending Tibetan influence. After India's independence in 1947, Bhutan signed a Treaty of Friendship in 1949, allowing India to guide its foreign policy. Bhutan asserted its independence by joining the United Nations in 1971, recognizing Bangladesh's independence and signing a new trade agreement in 1972. In 2007, Bhutan and India renegotiated the Treaty of Friendship, granting Bhutan full control over its foreign policy and arms imports. Today, Bhutan and India maintain a strong relationship, with India providing economic support and military training, as Bhutan does not have its own standing army. 6. Bhutan National Flower. The blue poppy, Bhutan's national flower, is a rare Himalayan wildflower that once mystified botanists until Bhutan, the Vijay, and Buddhist kingdom unveiled its beauty. Officially recognized in 1982, the blue poppy Meconopsis grandis symbolizes Bhutan's natural splendor and cultural heritage. With its radiant blue petals, it flourishes at altitudes of 3,000 to 5,000 meters, painting the alpine meadows in stunning hues during the summer. In Bhutanese culture, the blue poppy signifies purity, peace, and spiritual harmony. It's deeply embedded in the nation's art, literature, and folklore, reflecting more than just its aesthetic charm. This flower epitomizes the resilience and perseverance of the Bhutanese people, thriving in harsh mountainous terrain. It stands as a testament to their strength and determination. The nation's dedication to environmental conservation ensures the blue poppy's habitat is protected, aligning with the country's broader policies on biodiversity. The blue poppy is more than a flower. It is a powerful emblem of Bhutan's natural and cultural identity. While the blue poppy symbolizes the natural beauty and cultural richness of Bhutan, the country's extraordinary environmental achievements further enhance its global significance. Do you know that Bhutan, the land of the thunder dragon, is an extraordinary country with unique and surprising facts? It is the only nation with negative carbon emissions, thanks to its extensive forests and towering Himalayas at an average altitude of over 10,000 feet. More than 70% of Bhutan is covered in pristine forests. The Bhutanese kingdom enforces strict laws to protect these forests, believing that harmony with nature is essential for a fulfilling life. Their constitution mandates that at least 60% of the land remains forested for future generations. While many countries struggle to reduce carbon emissions, Bhutan has achieved carbon neutrality and beyond, absorbing more carbon dioxide than it emits. This commitment to conservation aligns with their gross national happiness philosophy, ensuring a rich biodiversity and stunning natural landscapes for future generations. Bhutan's dedication to the environment supports global efforts against climate change, offering a model for the world to follow. Sir, can you believe that Bhutan only got television in the year 1999? The very first broadcast was the World Cup final from 1998. Even radio was new, with the first station starting in 1973. The Bhutanese government delayed these technologies to protect the nation's cultural identity and shield it from negative outside influences. But since then, television has been blamed for changing Bhutanese society. Psychologists say it has harmed traditional family life, with people watching TV instead of talking. Crime rates have risen, linked to the influence of foreign action movies and American wrestling. Psychologists note that seeing global wealth on TV has made people less satisfied with their own lives. 6. Balancing tradition and modernity. In the year 2008, the government tried to address these issues by blocking channels like Tensport, MTV, and Fashion TV. However, many Bhutanese opposed this, saying TV had broadened their horizons and enriched their lives. They also argued that it kept husbands at home in the evenings, reducing alcohol consumption, which is a leading cause of death in Bhutan. As Bhutan navigated the cultural impact of introducing television, it simultaneously preserved its rich heritage of rituals and symbols designed to ward off evil spirits, showcasing a unique blend of modernity and tradition. Bhutanese culture is a treasure trove of traditions and rituals deeply woven to ward off evil spirits, rooted in a blend of Tibetan Buddhism and local folklore. One of the most fascinating symbols is the phallic paintings, believed to bring luck and these vivid paintings, ranging from bright yellow to pastel pink, often feature fire-breathing dragons or sharp-eyed designs. Though now mostly seen in rural areas, they adorn new houses, hang from roofs, and appear on jewelry and keychains. The phallic symbol is closely linked to Drukpa, the divine madman, a revered saint from the 15th century known for his eccentric teachings. He used these symbols to simplify tantric Buddhism and transform taboos into sacred imagery, awakening hidden powers. A truly cornerstone of Bhutanese culture is the prayer flag or lungta, representing the 5 elements. Blue for the sky, white for air, red for fire, green for water, and yellow for earth. These flags flutter across the country, believed to spread blessings and ward off evil spirits through their prayers and mantras carried by the wind. Many stones and shanzins inscribed with Om Mani Padme Hum purify areas and protect them from evil spirit. Essential ritual objects like the dorji and drilbu maintain spiritual balance and protection, while torma ceremonial cakes made from flour and butter are offered to gods to appease and ward off harmful spirits. Personal protective amulets containing incantations, diagrams, or relics are worn around the neck to shield individuals from misfortune. These traditions, preserved through generations, highlight the deep spiritual life in Bhutan. Ever heard of a sanctuary dedicated to a unique national animal? The Takin Sanctuary, nestled in Thimphu, Bhutan, is a heartwarming wildlife haven dedicated to the takin, Bhutan's national animal. This unique creature, a blend of goat and antelope, roams the eastern Himalayas. The sanctuary's origins trace back to a small zoo, which Bhutan's 4th king closed, believing animals deserve freedom. Released into the wild, the takins used to human presence began wandering Thimphu, prompting the establishment of this sanctuary in the year 2005. Covering about 8.5 acres and situated 2,600 meters above sea level, the sanctuary replicates the takin's natural habitat with lush forests and grasslands. Besides takins, it shelters sambar deer, barking deer, and various bird species. A beloved tourist spot, the sanctuary offers close encounters with takins and insights into their lives and conservation. It also educates visitors on Bhutan's rich biodiversity and the vital role of wildlife preservation. It's deeply rooted in Bhutanese culture. The takin is tied to the legend of Drukpa, the divine madman who created it by combining a goat's head with a cow's body. Conveniently accessible from Thimphu, the sanctuary is a cherished destination for both locals and tourists. 7. Smoking is banned in Bhutan. In Bhutan, smoking is not just frowned upon, it's illegal. With the world's toughest anti-tobacco laws, Bhutan stands firm in its fight against tobacco. In the year 2004, it became the first country to completely ban the sale of tobacco, a groundbreaking step solidified by the Tobacco Control Act of the year 2010. This act reflects Bhutan's unwavering dedication to public health, banning the sale, distribution, and advertisement of tobacco. While the sale of tobacco is banned, individuals are allowed to import limited quantities of tobacco for personal use, albeit with significant restrictions. Travelers are permitted to bring in up to 200 cigarettes, 15 cigars, or 250 grams of other tobacco products, but these imports are subject to a 200 tax. This high tax serves as a deterrent, aligning with the country's broader anti-tobacco stance. Additionally, smoking in public places is strictly prohibited, encompassing government buildings, hospitals, educational institutions, and even open areas such as parks and markets. Violators of these laws face hefty fines, reinforcing the country's rigorous enforcement measures. 8. Bhutan cuisine. Chilies are the heart of Bhutan's cuisine, woven into the fabric of daily life. The national dish, imadachi, made with fiery green or red chilies and creamy local cheese, is a beloved staple savored. This dish isn't just a meal. It's a testament to Bhutan's profound love for chilies, transforming them from mere seasoning to the star ingredient in Bhutanese cuisine. Chilies aren't just spices. They are cherished vegetables, generously featured in numerous dishes. The Bhutanese embrace intense heat, making chilies essential to their palate and culture. This fiery affection starts young, with children introduced early to spicy foods, shaping a lifelong tolerance. 3. Regions like Paro and Punakha are famous for their chili farms, ensuring a year-round supply through sun drying and careful preservation. This widespread cultivation underscores their agricultural and dietary significance. Beyond imadachi, chilies shine in dishes like kiwadachi potatoes, cheese, and chilies in shikam imadachi, dried beef, cheese, and chilies. Their versatility and daily use highlight their central role in Bhutanese life. Chilies aren't just food, they're a way of life, deeply embedded in Bhutan's culinary soul. Have you ever tried yak butter tea? Tea in Bhutan, yak butter tea, or Suja, is more than just a drink. It's a heartfelt tradition. Suja embodies Bhutanese hospitality, especially in the high-altitude regions. The journey of Suja begins by boiling local tea leaves to create a strong base. This base is then mixed with yak butter, rich in fat, providing much-needed warmth and energy in the cold Himalayan climate. A pinch of salt gives Suja its unique savory taste. The mixture is then whisked until creamy and frothy. Suja is served in beautifully decorated wooden bowls or cups. Accepting it with both hands shows respect and gratitude. The warm cup feels especially comforting in the chilly weather. Drinking Suja involves small sips to savor its rich, warm texture. The social etiquette surrounding Suja is vital. It's customary to engage in conversation with your host while drinking, often sharing stories that strengthen bonds. Accepting at least one refill is a polite gesture, showing appreciation for the host's generosity. Suja is a symbol of warmth, nurturing, and community spirit in Bhutan, consumed during festivals, religious ceremonies, and everyday gatherings. It holds a special place in Bhutan's culture. Beyond its cultural significance, Suja offers health benefits. The high-calorie yak butter provides essential energy, while its hydrating properties maintain fluid balance. Despite its salty taste, Suja helps keep the body warm, essential for surviving the harsh Himalayan winters. 9. Birth registration is not mandatory. In Bhutan, while birth registration isn't mandatory, it's strongly encouraged by the Department of Civil Registration and Census (RTRA). Unlike many other nations where registering births is compulsory, Bhutan offers a more flexible approach without imposing legal penalties. The government has set up accessible systems and forms to facilitate birth registration, which can be done either at the current residence or the permanent address. Though not required, registering a birth is essential for accessing government services, obtaining a citizenship identity card, and ensuring accurate national demographic data. The DRCRC also permits corrections to birth dates and names, highlighting the importance of maintaining precise records while allowing flexibility in the registration process. This system reflects Bhutan's commitment to balancing administrative accuracy with individual freedom, ensuring that all citizens have the necessary documentation for their rights and services. 10. Bhutan limits tourism from the start. Ever thought about why Bhutan limits tourism from the start? Bhutan has always prioritized quality over quantity when it comes to tourism, originally known as high-value, low-quantity tourism. This policy was rebranded in the year 2008 to high-value, low-impact. While this might seem like a small change, it's had a big impact. Traveling to Bhutan is quite expensive, and the country has made it clear that it prefers to limit the number of tourists. This strict tourism policy has drawn criticism, especially from those who believe Bhutan is ignoring average-income tourists. However, Bhutan stands firm, valuing its principles over external opinions. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, Bhutan has even strengthened its low-impact, high-value tourism policy, recognizing the risks associated with mass tourism. As of now, the minimum daily fee for foreign tourists in Bhutan is $200, excluding airfare, visa fees, and shopping expenses. Indian tourists face even higher fees. Prices in Bhutan are also high due to hefty policies applied to all tourist services, including taxes, tour guides, private drivers, and hotel transportation. Interestingly, around 30% of the tourism revenue is used to support healthcare and education, protect the environment, and preserve Bhutanese culture. Despite the high costs, many nature lovers still find Bhutan an interesting and rewarding destination. Note when applying to Bhutan: if you're a U.S. citizen planning a trip to Bhutan, there are several important considerations to keep in mind for the visa application process. Unlike many countries where you can apply for a visa independently, Bhutan requires tourists to go through a licensed Bhutanese tour operator or a travel agency authorized to handle Bhutanese visa applications. This process helps Bhutan manage tourism while preserving its cultural and environmental integrity. To start, you'll need to choose a Bhutanese tour operator or a travel agency that specializes in Bhutanese travel. The tour operator will handle the entire visa application process on your behalf. It's crucial to book your trip well in advance, as the visa process requires careful planning and coordination with Bhutanese authorities. The visa fee, which is typically included in your tour package, is modest but subject to change, so confirm the current fee with your tour operator. Bhutan enforces a daily tariff for tourists, which is part of its tourism policy to regulate the number of visitors and ensure a high-quality experience. For U.S. citizens, this tariff usually ranges from $200 to $250 per person per day, depending on the season. This fee covers your accommodation, meals, transportation, a licensed tour guide, and any necessary permits for visiting various sites within Bhutan. When applying for a visa, you'll need to provide several documents. These include a valid passport with at least 6 months of validity remaining from your planned date of entry into Bhutan, passport-sized photographs, details of your travel itinerary, and proof of travel insurance. Although travel insurance is not a strict requirement for the visa itself, it is highly recommended. It should cover health issues, trip cancellations, and unexpected events, particularly considering Bhutan's remote and high-altitude environment. Your entry into Bhutan will typically be through Paro International Airport, the main gateway for international travelers. Ensure that your travel itinerary aligns with the arrival and departure points specified by your visa and tour operator. Additionally, specific permits may be required for traveling to certain regions, especially those near the Indian border. These permits are usually arranged by your tour operator as part of your travel package. Lastly, be aware that Bhutan's high altitude can pose challenges such as altitude sickness. It is advisable to consult with your physician before traveling and take necessary precautions. By working closely with a reputable tour operator and following these guidelines, you can navigate the visa application process smoothly and enjoy a unique and memorable journey in Bhutan. And there you have it, a glimpse into the fascinating world of Bhutan, where the harmonious blend of ancient traditions and modern happiness creates a truly unique lifestyle. Bhutan's intriguing practice of allowing married women to sleep with other men, combined with its unwavering commitment to gross national happiness, paints a portrait of a nation that values joy, community, and cultural richness above all else. As we've explored today, this approach not only preserves the essence of Bhutanese culture, but also contributes to the country's remarkable status as the happiest place on earth. If you found this exploration as captivating as we did, please give us a thumbs up and share this video with those who might also be intrigued by Bhutan's extraordinary way of life. For more content that dives into the world's most unique cultures and fascinating traditions, hit that subscribe button and join our community. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to bring you more exciting content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.